Hello.
Hello.
Or it's just my boss
Oh, okay.
right now.
Or Karen, anyway.
Yeah.
Hi. I guess I'm sort of your boss. I don't know.
I mean, you approve my timesheets.
This is true. This is very true.
That's the definition of a boss to me.
I do not sign the check, though.
Okay. Oh, I love your hat.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, that's a big hat.
Do you want?
Yes, that's
Where am I?
precisely why I
No.
got it.
Oh, you're making a hat?
I didn't really do a lot of research into how to make a fascinator, so this one will be a fairly
That's super cute. Yeah, I was just like, this, I need a big hat, so I went with a big hat.
I have one in my apartment, but it's like too big to be in the room with someone else.
Oh, jeez. Trying to get a little bit more light for me, but there we go. Okay. Otherwise, I just look super dark, especially under my hat.
Yeah, well, and you got the big old window behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got supplies for placemats, napkin rings, flowers, or tissue paper flowers, and
Okay.
yeah, we can do the fascinator.
Awesome. I will partake in the napkin rings. I have nothing else.
I haven't really. So for the napkin rings, I just cut out a piece of toilet paper roll and I'm gonna let people if you want to paint it. If you want to put ribbon on it, go for it. That one's less involved, but there's the placemats, which that's just construction paper.
Oh, cool.
And then the flowers are tissue paper and
yeah.
What are those called?
Pipe cleaners.
Pipe cleaners, yes. I'm gonna see if I can close this window behind me because I think that's making my screen dark too. There.
Just give me a minute, please.
Yeah, right back.
I can't do a whole bunch of running back and forth for you because of the thing, so just.
Grandma, where'd you put the ruler?
Your dad's got it on the table. Well, obviously, yeah, her first husband was with Melanie, and I don't think she had any more kids. So,
Okay, I sent out a reminder email to everybody this morning who had registered.
I'll post in the Facebook event as well. Should have done that earlier this morning, but
she is still around. She's 90.
so yeah, Karen, this is my mom. Mom, this is
Your hat.
Can't have a tea party without a hat.
I know, that was my thought. It's just I feel like, because I was thinking, when you're a little girl and you play tea party and you always find the biggest hat you can find. And
Right, and I brought the teapot.
I have a teapot as well.
Nice. Okay. I guess we should pull this out more. And so I guess we'll do the napkin rings first in case people want to paint them so they can dry.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. You can talk. It's just me and my boss. Bring this out for y'all as well, but the first craft work is napkin rings. And for that, you're gonna need a toilet paper roll, an empty toilet paper roll, some scissors, and then any material that you want to decorate your toilet paper roll. So you can use paint, you can use glitter, you can use a ribbon if you have one. But we're gonna start off with this one in case you have paint, so we can let it dry. And I will type this once more just so people can see it. Okay, so to start, you're gonna wanna take your empty toilet paper roll, and it's not that hard. You just need to cut maybe a 1/2 inch off of the toilet paper roll. So you're just gonna make it a little bit skinnier.
Can we go to all of them?
Yeah, hold on. Like that?
Everybody see me and see me?
You can turn it more towards you.
Yeah.
So you don't-
And then we've got our napkin ring, and I've got paint and I like paint, so I'm just gonna give it a paint real quick so I can let it dry by the end.
We're not. Can we go? You can paint yours if you want to.
I don't need that much.
Well,
Also, I brought a special guest. This is my mom, and we're gonna have a tea party. And I hope y'all brought special guests as well for Mother's Day.
there's some pretty stickers we can use.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna forget about this stick.
Yeah, and let me know if you have questions. Otherwise, I recommend muting yourself.
Because like, pretty sure.
This napkin ring is probably gonna need a couple. No, I'm okay. And we've got some animal special guests as well.
Oh yes, always have the animals.
All right. And so I painted my napkin ring all around the edge there. Got a little paint on my fingers, but that's okay. Oh, fun. What's his name? They muted.
Her name is Tika.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad she came to our tea party. All right, so I painted my napkin ring and it's gonna dry, and eventually when it is dry, I'm just gonna put it around a cloth napkin and it's gonna look like this. Like I said, you can put anything you want on your napkin ring. You can decorate it with glitter, you can decorate it with ribbon. I'm gonna leave mine pretty plain for now, so I can let it dry. The second craft we're gonna work on is woven placemats. So for this, you're gonna need construction paper, scissors, a pencil, and a ruler. And you'll need 2 different colors of construction paper. And I'll go ahead and type that in the chat as well.
So Catherine, since we're having a tea party, did you know that tea was really important to how the United States became the United States?
I did, but I would like to know more.
All right. Well, you know, it all kind of started. So we were once part of England, if you knew that or not. But while we were part of England, England wanted us to only drink English tea. They wouldn't let us drink any other tea. Can you believe that?
That seems kind of exclusionary.
But yeah, so tea, you know, it made all of the people here in America kind of upset. So that's what helped us break away from Britain.
That is very exciting. So if it weren't for tea, we would still be part of England.
We'd all be English.
Might be kind of fun to have an accent, but
Yeah.
I just like being American.
But we've got the best accent. We've got the Texas accent.
That's true. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces of construction paper here for my placemat. I'm gonna make purple my main color, and so we're gonna fold it in half, like we used to call this way hamburger. The long way is hot dog. We're gonna fold it hamburger style. And I've got my corners lined up, and we're just gonna make a crease along there. I'm gonna move my camera down so y'all can see. So we've got our folded pieces of paper.
What's right?
Where's my ruler? Okay, I'm gonna take my ruler and I'm gonna make a mark every inch on each side.
You can make some.
I'm gonna make every inch a little mark. And you're gonna do this on both sides. So you're gonna do this on the folded side and the unfolded side. And I'm just gonna draw it all the way to the top. So we've got a line right here. We've got a line right here. A line here. And this is gonna help you see when you're trying to cut this later. All right, so I've got my lines and it should look a little something like this. I don't know if y'all can see that terribly well.
So is that folded right now?
Yes, yes, folded like this and you only need lines on one side.
Okay.
And so now we're gonna start cutting. Before I cut, I'm gonna let you know, you're gonna cut from the folded edge to the unfolded edge, but where you're not gonna cut all the way through. You're gonna leave about a 1/2 inch uncut here at the top. So I'll show you, I'm making my first cut here along the line I just drew, and I'm not cutting all the way to the end. I'm just gonna leave about a 1/2 inch at the top there. So by the time I'm done, I've got a little piece hanging off like this. And I'm just gonna keep making cuts all the way down. And again, not cutting all the way to the edge. Yeah, you can't have backlight. All right. And let me know if y'all can't see very well. I can bring it up closer to the camera. And again, you're cutting from the folded edge to the unfolded edge.
And just make sure you don't cut the pages off. So you want to make sure you leave a little bit there.
Right. And then I'm on my last fold here. And once I'm done, when you unfold it, it should look something like this. Everybody with me so far? Awesome, perfect. Okay, now you're gonna take your second piece of paper and you're gonna cut out 1-inch strips. And the way I do that is I make my little marks here again, every 1 inch at the top, and you don't have to fold it. This is the full piece of paper. And so you're just gonna mark at the top. You'll mark on the long ways. Yeah, the hot dog side. And then I'm gonna mark on the bottom of the piece of paper. And you're gonna need most of the piece of paper, but you don't have to mark all the way to the end. And then I'm gonna make my marks so I can know what to cut along. Okay, got a few strips there, so that's what they're looking like, if you can see that. And now I'm going to cut my 1-inch strips. There's one. There's two. Yeah. You'll probably need at least 10 of these 1-inch strips. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll make myself 2 more. So now I've got 10. All right, I think that should be enough. So once you've got enough strips to work with, you're going to take your first piece of paper with the fold and the cuts in the middle, and then we're going to weave them in and out. And this is what this is going to look like. So I'm going to start this one, and I'm just going to put it over and under every other cut that I've made. You can see what that looks like. It's a little hard at first, but you get the hang of it. Here's one. And you're going to want to push it over as far as you can. And then the next strip, I'm going to fold it over and under each one, but I'm going to do it opposite. So I started on the top here, so I'm going to go under the bottom here. And then it's going to make a checker pattern. We're going to push it over. And you're going to keep doing that until your mat is all filled up. And so this one, I started on the bottom. And so now I'm going to go over the top for the next one. So go over and under.
So, Catherine, this reminds me, since it is Mother's Day, we should definitely think about the mothers of our country and the mothers of America.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely. So, when England started requiring that Americans only buy English tea, they also put a tax on the tea so that it became extremely expensive for them to buy the tea.
Well, that's annoying.
Women in South Carolina in a place called Edenton got together, and they were some of the first to start protesting this requirement to only buy this expensive English tea. And they actually really helped start the push for us becoming our own nation, because they started looking for alternatives for not only tea, but other British goods, including weaving their own cloth.
Much like we're weaving these placemats. Nope, nope.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So make sure you're thanking your moms not only for being your amazing mom, but remember to thank moms for helping us become our own independent country, because where would we be without them?
Nowhere.
Pretty much.
All right. How's everybody's weaving going? I know it's a little bit of a tedious process, but it looks cool when you're done. And the cool thing is, next time you're doing this, you don't necessarily have to make straight cuts on your main piece of paper. You can do them in zigzags if you want, and then weave in the straight pieces of 1-inch cuts that we made, and that makes it look cool. Or you can make wavy lines too. All right. I am getting close. Maybe like one more. And make sure you keep moving them over. And try not to rip it like I'm doing. If you're fancy and have a laminator, you can also laminate this at the end, but I don't have one of those.
And then you could use your placemat over and over again for multiple tea parties.
Yeah. All right. Got my last one. It's a little bit tight there. Right. And this is the finished product. How's everybody else's going? I've made two, so now placemat for my mom and I, and she has brought the tea that you can enjoy on your placemat now. Anybody run into any difficulties? Oh, yes, you should hold your teacup by the handle, pinky out preferably.
Yes, make sure you're being properly English, right?
Yes.
I admit, my teacup's a little hard to hold with one hand.
It is. Oh, that looks awesome.
That looks great. I love it.
Well done, Mia. Excellent. All right, I think we're ready to move on to our next craft. Does anybody else need some time, or are we all good? You can give a thumbs up in the reaction bar down here.
We're almost done.
Okay, I'll give you a couple minutes. I'm gonna put another coat of paint on my napkin ring while we're waiting.
Why you do that?
I'm gonna go get your paint.
I don't have one made, but I will post the link. Oh no.
I bet you're gonna do this again, aren't you?
But now we only have one place. I need to make one for you, or we can make another one later.
Well, and I've actually got another way to make placemats. If you, I'm gonna get this last coat of paint on my napkin ring. All right. There we go. If you've only got one piece of construction paper, a really quick and easy way to do a placemat, I'm gonna pull one out here, make a blue one this time. If you've got your piece of construction paper, you can fold it into fourths. So we'll fold it hamburger style, and then we'll fold it once more over. Preferably the corners should line up, but that's okay if it doesn't. And then you can cut along the edges here. So I've got these unfolded edges that I'm going to cut some zigzags into. Make sure it doesn't fall on your tea. I'll move that out of the crafting zone.
Probably not the best way to drink your tea if you've got paper in it.
Paper is not my flavor of choice. All right, but I'm going to cut some zigzags. You can cut some swirls or whatever shapes you want, really, on the unfolded edges. And then you can cut in the folded edges. I'm going to cut some more big triangles. And then I'm going to cut a little triangle. I'm going to cut a triangle here in the middle. And then let's do a big triangle this way. And then a little one again. And a big one for your mom. And a little one for you. And then when you unfold it, you have a zigzaggy jagged placemat, or whatever your designs that you cut into it look like. So this is a quicker way to do it. Yeah, and you can put a solid color underneath to make it layered as well. So now we got 2 placemats. And I'm going to get...
Look at those that Mia's got.
Oh, what? Awesome. Y'all have done this before. A couple times. All right, we're gonna make, every tea party needs a centerpiece, and flowers are always nice to have at a tea party. So we're gonna make flowers next. And for this craft, you're gonna need some tissue paper and some pipe cleaners and some scissors. And that is it. And I will type this in the chat as well. So for flowers, you'll need 3 pieces of 6 by 10, or excuse me, 6 by 12 tissue paper. You can bring a ruler too if you're picky, but scissors are important, and pipe cleaners. And you really only need 1 pipe cleaner. Okay. And give me a thumbs up when you're ready. I will assemble my pieces. What color do you want to make, Mom?
What are my choices?
I've got purple, I've got blue, I think I've got pink in here. I'll do purple. Okay. So I'll get you 3 pieces, and we'll probably need to cut it down because these are kind of big. So there's 3 pieces. I think, double check that for me. All right, and then they need to be 6 by 10, 12. I don't know, I keep saying 6 by 10. So that's 12, which is nice. And we've got 6 inches here.
And to here.
No, I think it's the 4th one, that one. And where did I mark it at 6? Yep.
So I
Doesn't
don't
have
know if anyone else made snacks, but I made little cucumber sandwiches, which are fun tea party snacks. So I am to enjoy a cucumber sandwich.
You definitely came prepared. And if your measurements aren't exact with these tissue paper pieces, that is totally fine. I think my mom brought some cookies as well.
Shortbread.
Oh, yummy.
All right, and so we've got 3 pieces of 6 by 12 tissue paper. And I'll make a purple one too.
I've already got your 12 there.
Yeah, and I just need another 6.
Oh, there's Mia.
Oh, awesome. Y'all are prepared. You're done. I will catch up.
No, she had her last, please.
Okay. All right, switch it around. All right, so now we both got pieces of tissue paper, 3 pieces, 6 by 12. So you're gonna fold these, and I'll put my camera down now, but you're gonna fold these in about 1 inch into an accordion fold, and I'll show you what that is. And you're gonna wanna fold it on the short side. So we'll fold it over, and it doesn't have to be exact, but about 1 inch. And then at that point, we're gonna flip it over and then fold it again. And I've lost my fold. Okay, there it is. And you're gonna keep folding and flipping. Let me know if I need to show you, but this is what it's gonna start looking like as an accordion.
A bunch of hot dog folds.
Yes, and all the way to the end. Oh boy. All right, and flip and fold, and flip and fold. And it will look like this, hopefully, when you're done. And you'll want to press down on those folds. And I will get my pipe cleaner ready. I assumed you wanted green. Everybody got their folds? So once you're done with that, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to make a rounded cut on both ends of your accordion fold here. So I'm going to make one on this side. And it's going to be round because that's the shape petals tend to be in. Although if you want to make it pointy, you can too. So I've cut on one side and now I'm going to cut on the other. Sure. All right, so this is what mine is looking like right now. And I think my mom's making pointy edges, so that's exciting. This is what it looks like if you cut pointy edges. You can throw that away. All right, and so now you're going to take your accordion fold and you're going to fold it in half. So the 2 rounded edges or pointy edges should be touching each other. And you're going to fold it in half and then you can open it again. We just want that fold to give us a marker of where to put our pipe cleaner. So you're going to take your pipe cleaner and you're going to wrap it around this center fold that you just made. So I've got my pipe cleaner here. I'm going to fold it around and I'm going to twist it. So now it is holding my tissue paper and that is what it looks like. And I've got my twist at the top. And you've got your twist
At the top.
here. All right, and that's what it looks like. I've got my little twist. Once you've got your pipe cleaner twisted, you can start gently pulling your petals to open. And don't pull too hard or else you'll rip your flower. You can pull it side to side. And once you've done that, you can start pulling the different layers apart as well. So we've got 3 layers of tissue paper. I'm going to start gently pulling them apart. So we're going to make a big fluffy flower. do be gentle when you pull apart because ripping at this stage is really easy. If you rip it, it's not the end of the world because it'll probably be hidden in the many folds of your flower.
Yep, just remember, it's never a mistake. It's only happy accident.
It is happy accidents. All right. All right.
I love that color purple.
Thank you. And now, once you're done, you should have a big fluffy flower. Looks like a chrysanthemum almost. Oh, that's cool. My mom did the jagged edges, and I really like actually how that turned out.
That does look pretty.
And once you're done, if you have an extra pipe cleaner, you can take that and make some leaves around your flower. So the way I do it, you take it and you've got your pipe cleaner crossways and you bend it across so it's wrapped around the first pipe cleaner. It's making little arms. That looks beautiful, Mia. I love that orange. That's awesome. And then you can bend these and make little leaves and just twist it around your center flower. And if you have a vase, you can put them in there and put them at the center of your tea party. There you go.
That's great, Mia.
That looks awesome.
And don't forget to send us pictures of your centerpieces. We want to see them.
Yes. We have an Instagram account at Neill-Cochran. If y'all tag us in your pictures, we can see them, and that would be awesome. You can also email them to us if you'd like. Yeah, my mom made jagged ones. That's
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I will also post the link where I found this craft. So if you want step-by-step instructions, you can go follow those.
Ta-da!
That's awesome. I love it so much.
Yeah, we didn't quite do the 3 together, so we ended up with separate ones.
They're like daisies or something.
Those are really pretty.
Ooh, I like this one with the jagged edges. See how that one is? Oh, let me see it.
Carrie, do you want us to polka dot it? I like that.
Look at that, tissue paper?
The polka dot it for it?
All right. I think my napkin holder is dry. And so I think I'm just going to do a plain Jane napkin holder. That might be a little, you could.
Make it smaller.
Yeah, if you make smaller flowers, you can definitely add them to your napkin rings. But move that over. Once they're done, you can take your napkins or your paper towels or whatever you use and put it around a little napkin.
That's perfect.
The last thing we're going to make today are fascinators, and I have one in progress right now. They're fancy headbands, and you always need to have a fancy hat or a headband when you're at your tea party. Unfortunately, this one does take, if you have a headband lying around, that's good. If not, you can always get cheap ones at Walmart. Or a ribbon. But for this one, a hard headband is probably best. And you're going to need construction paper, some scissors, a headband, and then whatever you want to put on your basket. I think I'm going to make I'm going to take my flower and I'm going to glue it on my fascinator, but I will show y'all And you only need one small piece of construction paper for this, and it's really quick to make, but you're gonna cut a shape like an oval, and then you're gonna make 4 cuts in it, and they just need to be really small so that your headband can fit through it. So I'll go ahead and show y'all what that looks like with an extra piece of construction paper that I have lying around. And, oh, scissors.
You want me to make a bow?
Sure. My mom's really good at tying bows, and we have some tulle lying around, so we're gonna put that on this fascinator. But yeah, it's just gonna be a big oval piece. And that's gonna be the base for whatever decoration you wanna put on your fascinator. We're gonna fold it very gently, just so I know where the center is. And then you're gonna make 4 little cuts. And I'm gonna make a cut maybe about 1/2 inch in, and it's just gonna be 1, 2 right next to each other. And then 1, 2. And again, they don't have to be large, just enough for your headband to fit through. So I've got this plastic headband from Target, and you just weave it in and out like you did for our placemat. And so I'm gonna start underneath, and I might need to make some larger cuts in here. You're gonna go from underneath, and so you're just gonna see a little bit of the headband poking out at the top here. And then put it through the other 2 cuts on the other side, and be gentle so you don't rip the base of your fascinator. And then you move it up, and that is what it will look like. And then on this base, you can put whatever you want. You can make another tissue paper flower, and you can glue it to that. You can make a bow from any ribbon you've got lying around, or some tulle. My mom is really good at bows, so that's what she's doing right now. And then you just glue it to the top, and you can make it as big or as little as you want. It's whatever statement you want to make at your tea party. And I'm gonna grab my glue. And we're getting real fancy. We're putting a flower and some tulle on ours.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if Mia needs a fascinator though. That flower crown is really fancy.
That flower crown is fantastic.
And I will send another link. If you've got an old loofah from your shower lying around, you can also use that to decorate your fascinator. I'll send the link of where I found that at. And here's also the link for weaving paper placemats if you want to see the zigzag and wavy ones here. Oh, perfect. So my mom took her flower and like added some tulle on the bottom there because she's crafting. And I'm going to glue that to my base. Put the glue here, and I hope it sticks. And I'm just going to take my base and I'll stick it on. I'm going to have to hold that for a while so it'll stay.
Hey, Catherine, now that we're just about ready for our tea party, it reminds me of another tea party. So in Boston, back while we were still a part of England, some Americans decided that they were also going to protest the British tea and the policy with the tax. So they actually snuck aboard an English ship and dumped a bunch of tea into the Boston harbor. And that's the Boston Tea Party.
That sounds really cool.
And that was what really helped push other Americans to agree it was time to start fighting for independence and to become the United States of America. Isn't that cool?
That's really cool. Now we're Americans and not British.
Exactly.
And I'm just gonna let my fascinator dry here, but that is all of the Tea Party crafts I have for y'all. So I think you're ready. Does anybody have any questions or any other ideas? What are you bringing to your tea party?
Well, we were wondering, why is it called a fascinator?
I do not know. I was actually doing a quick Wikipedia search beforehand, and I did not find out from Wikipedia.
Because when you wear it,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it's something that attracts attention. Oh,
yeah.
look, you already, Mia.
What? Y'all are like so ready to go. I like your horses too.
But I think, yeah, I think it has to do with that. And, you know, some fascinators you just attach to
I can see you.
your pin.
They're very British too. You wear them at fancy events where you would wear hats. And this is our headband version of a hat. And I think this might be ready to. I'm scared that it's gonna fall off.
That's a great fascinator.
Thank you. The bigger, the better.
Exactly.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining us today. I know you're supposed to go to 3, but everybody was so quick with their crafts. If you have any questions, feel free to stay in the chat. I'll be here for a few more minutes. Send us your pictures of your tea party if you do have a tea party, because it's Mother's Day and we should all celebrate our mothers.
You should definitely have a tea party with your mom.
Yes, yes. And have a good Mother's Day, everyone. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Bye, everybody. I just joined in. Bye.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
This
Here, I'll send you.
is recorded, so we'll post it up on Facebook and everything, so you can catch up.
Oh, bless your heart. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love
Bye.
your placemat.
That placemat is fantastic.
It is.
Well, that was fun.
Thank y'all so much for coming.
Bye bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye.
Mother's Day.
Bye.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Bye.
Hope we gave you some good ideas, Margot.
Thank you.
Bye, Margot. Love you.
Bye. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for joining in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You're a little late.